You may have heard of the saying, the quick and the dead. Now I'm pretty sure in DMZ most of us want to be the ones that are quick and not dead. So in today's one, we're going to take a look at a weapon class that fits the bill, the SMGs. Whether you're the biggest sweat in the lobby or you're a dad gamer with the reaction speed of a diabetic turtle like myself, the SMGs can get you out of trouble in a pinch. So following the format of the last video on the ARs, let's take a look at what SMGs we can find out in the DMZ sandbox. Now, the same criteria as last time, these need to be picked up in world, so the Lockman Shroud, the ISO 45 and the ISO 9mm will not be making an appearance on this list. Once again, stats all courtesy of sym.gg, so we'll take a look at those. I'll find some popular builds on YouTube and then we'll jump in game, have a bit of a go, and I'll give you guys my 2 cents. So to start the list, in the number 9 spot, the Mini-Back, formerly known as the Bullfrog from previous titles. It has a time to kill of 736, which will outgun all of the ARs with the exception of the top 3. It has an RPM of 652, the slowest ADS speed at 275, and some of the shortest range at 8 meters for a base. Now the benefits of the Mini-Back is it does have the largest magazine at 64 rounds. Right, so the build I've gone for comes from Paradox, who is a multiplayer guy. It consists of the Huntress muzzle, the FSS OV laser, the Oatrax stock, hope I pronounced that correctly, the True Track grip, and the 9mm overpressured rounds. Not a bad little build. The laser does help overcome that slow ADS speed, and the big mag is always a bonus when you're solo v squads, but to be fair, that range does kind of kill the Mini-Back for me, so this probably does favour the more aggressive player, but definitely want to check out. In the number 8 spot we have the PDS-W528, also known as the P90. It has a TTK of 276, which will only be outgunned by the Chimera. It has an RPM of 909, which is the 3rd fastest. It has an ADS of 260, which is a bit on the slow side, and has a base range of 14 meters, which is the 2nd best for the SMG category. So the build I've gone for comes from Marcus GG. He runs the 16-inch Cloak 90 suppressed barrel. He runs the AccuShot 5mm laser. He runs the integrated reflex rail, the TV tack comb, and the Stipple Grip 40 grip. So the PDS-W itself is not a bad choice for solo DMZ with that 50 round mag, 14 meter range, really good. Maybe not the fastest, but it is a very viable option. And with the Marcus build, I definitely had a lot of fun using this one. Coming in at number 7 is the Val 46. Some people may remember this as the Moab gun, the MP7. It has a TTK of 693, which will only be outgunned by the Chimera. It has an RPM of 952, which is the 2nd fastest in the class. It has a quick ADS speed of 210 and a base range of 13 meters, which is the 3rd best in the class. Now the build I've decided to go for is based on one from when Stoddy played DMZ. Now he never did any build videos, so I'm going to take some liberties here. I'm going with the Spiral 3.5 flash hider. I'm going with the VLK 7mm laser. I'm going with the Assault 60 stock, the 7LR combat grip, and the 50 round mag. Now I may be a little bit biased to the Val because I've always done quite well with it, but with the 50 round mag, nice snappy ADS, it's definitely a good one for solos to be using in DMZ.
Yeah, they're here.
Next up at number 6 is the FSS Hurricane. Now it has a TTK of 688, which once again will only be outgunned by the Chimera. It has an RPM of 698. It has an ADS of 240, which is on par with most of the ARs, and unfortunately has the worst range at a base of 7 meters. Now the build I've gone for comes from Cross to Crown, the American streamer. Now he, like Studdy, doesn't do any build videos, so I'm taking a few liberties. Gone with the F-Tac Castle Compensator, gone with the F-Tac Ripper 56 Underbarrel, the FSSOV Laser, the Demo Quicksilver Stock, and the Phantom Grip. Now I did find this one is very snappy. It has some really good movement, but that range probably does mean you're going to have to get up close and personal, so I'd say this one probably is going to favour the more aggressive DMZ player. So now breaking into the top 5 with the Fennec 45. It has a TTK of 660, which will outgun all of the ARs. It has an RPM of 1091, which is the fastest in class. It has a very quick ADS at 200, which is also the quickest in class, and has a range of 12 meters. Now the build I've gone for comes from Mr. Marvel TV. It consists of the 3.5 spiral flash hider, the auto frangible 45 rounds, the VLK 7mm laser, the agile assault stock, and the 45 round mag. Now the only downside I can see to the Fennec is that you do need to land 13 bullets to achieve that time to kill, so you do chomp through your ammo pretty quick, but nice snappy little build, definitely one to have a go with. In the number 4 spot is the MX9, or the Baby Org. It has a TTK of 648, an RPM of 741, an ADS of 220, and a base range of 9 meters. Now the build I've gone for comes from a Warzone creator, Ryder. He consists of the 508mm rearguard barrel, the VLK 7mm laser, the F-Tac C11 riser comb, the Bruin Q908 grip, and the 32 round mag. Not a bad little gun, but I did find it doesn't come up in the loot pool that often, and the 32 round mag as a solo player did really put me off. But give it a go if you want to try something different. And onto the podium, in the number 3 position is the Bass P. It has a TTK of 621, an RPM of 870, an ADS at 210, and a base range of 19 meters, which is the best in the class for the SMGs. Now the build I've picked comes from Tonic across the ditch in Australia. It consists of the 10.5 inch Bruin Typhoon barrel, the VLK LZR 7mm laser, the Agent underbarrel grip, the overpressured rounds, and the 50 round mag. Now with the 3rd fastest TTK, the best range and overall good handling, I would say this would make an excellent sniper support weapon. Definitely highly recommended to give this a try. In the number 2 spot is the Vaznev 9K. It has a TTK of 616, it has an RPM of 779, an ADS of 210, and a base range of 9 meters. And the build I've picked comes from Al Clapton. It consists of the CAS-1 254mm barrel, the 1mm box laser, the Demo Firm grip underbarrel, the broadside effects stock, and the 45 round mag. Definitely a fun little build and gun to use if you don't mind getting up close and personal with the 8 meter range, and the 45 round mag probably does lean towards favouring the aggressive player. And finally, in the number 1 spot, the Lachman Sub. It has a TTK of 600, an RPM of 800, the fastest ADS speed at 200, and a base range of 8 meters. Now the build for the Lachman I've gone with comes from Hypnostic. It consists of the Force DX90-F suppressor, the F-Tac M sub 12 inch barrel, the VLK 7mm laser, the Mere Recoil 56 stock, and the 40 round mag. Definitely not my normal build, but I was quite surprised of how well I did with it. I was expecting to struggle with the 8 meter base range, but that 12 inch barrel does give it another meter, so it pushes you out to 9. But fun little build, and it's pretty easy to see why the Lachman's got the fastest TTK and is in the number 1 spot. So I definitely had a lot of fun over the last couple of weeks putting this one together, but I think I can sum up the SMGs pretty simply by saying that they're all pretty closely grouped together, more so than the ARs. But I've grouped them like this. First, the mini back, the Fennec, and the MX9. The mini back with the big mag is going to be a good one if you want to start getting into 1v3 with that 64 round mag. Even with the bots, you can just sort of let bullets fly and practice your tracking. The Fennec being so fast firing, and the MX9 with such a small mag, they're going to be good for teaching you ammo conservation and trigger control. Next up is the Val 46, the PDSW and the Bass B. Now these are your longer range options, perfect if you want to run just that and a sniper, so sniper support, but the Bass B is definitely the clear standout in that group. And then the last three, the Hurricane, the Vaznev and the Lachman, these are your up close and personals, so definitely favouring the aggressive players, with the Lachman being the standout. But also don't forget, if you like a bit of bling, you can get the gold Vaznev and the Aquarium on Vondel, and there's a gold Lachman inside City Hall on Vondel as well. So there you have it, another one in the books. Now I'd be interested to hear from you guys what SMGs and what class builds you guys like to run. So drop down in the comment section below. If you found this helpful and or entertaining, let me know by dropping a like and a subscribe. And as always guys, until the next one, I'll catch you all out there in the DMZ.